When we go on the platform, we need to know, why am I on this platform? Am I here to network? Am I here to meet new people? Am I here to empower people? Am I here to make sure that people drown with me? You know, like when you go swimming, you're drowning in the deep end.
Yeah.
That's what people do on social media. You can't come up. You can't even go to the shallow end. You're trying to run. You're trying to... You can't. Because you're right in the deep end. So that's what social media does. Man, it's a distraction sometimes. And I feel like a lot of us sometimes do get distracted on social media. And we tend to, forget what we trying to do in our life. What path we trying to go down. Because of the things that we see on social media didn't come from. I also feel like social media also gives out of a false perception of certain things. For example, lifestyles, coming from, you might see your favorite rapper, I don't know, wearing the latest things, and you might feel like the need, let me start wearing the latest things as well, just because of that false perception, that false image that you see on social media. But you just tend to understand that we don't know how much that person might have in their bank account. We don't know why they might feel the need to always wear designer. That might be their desires. Coming from. So yeah, man, social media does give a very false perception of the lifestyle.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel, you understand? The sun's out today, so we said, you guys are going to get a video of us outside. Get me? Where it's beautiful. It looks fantastic.
Fantastico.
Puts you in the best mood.
In this life, we can only be to blame to what we experience in this life. For what we project in our minds is what we're going to see.
Yeah.
For what journey we're going to take is whatever we took upon ourselves.
Yeah, whatever result we're going to see.
Do you understand? When we're deep into our desires, we can't be sitting next to someone and saying, this person tempted me, because at the end of the day, the desires of the world is not a desire of God. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever action you take upon yourself and you want to put upon your heart and make it exist and make it something important to you, sometimes you have to be ready. You have to be ready for what comes with it.
Definitely.
Because there's a lot of people in this life that are going to be chasing the same desires, and not everybody has got the same desires to love. Everyone's got the same desires to be given. Do you understand? To have a sense of understanding. Some people are just coming in this world to chomp. You understand? To tread.
It's true, man.
Do you understand?
It's true.
Some people want it more than
others.
Some people come with desires of the evil. Some people come with desires of the good. But at the end of the day, in this life, we will have a point where we need to eat. We need to supply for ourselves. Do you understand? In a world where nothing comes easy for us.
That's the thing. Nothing does come easy in life. You ain't coming from. Sometimes you're gonna go through struggles. You're gonna go through obstacles. You ain't coming from. But there's no. You shouldn't feel the need to judge someone just because of you feel like, I don't know, that you're not at where you need to be in your life.
When we walk into this world, we tend to think that everyone kind of thinks the same as us, and and there's one set of standards.
Yeah.
Not knowing that there's many people with different structures and different ways of living. And so we tend to give our hearts to what the world gives us. Do you understand? Before giving our heart to what God gives us. We tend to give our hearts to the desires, what we're trying to pursue, instead of giving our heart to the desires, what God wants to give us. And in this life, man, God gives us free will. Do you know what I'm saying? To do anything. Do you understand? But whatever you're going to go through is up to you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because no one could put you on a straight path except for yourself. If you want to turn around and be blind-eyed, then it's only up to you. Do you understand? Because there is a way there. Do you understand? God gives you a way.
But you chose to go down that path. You ain't coming from it, so you have no one to blame but yourself.
Do you know what I'm saying? So God, until you understand what God is trying to give you, then you're going to have to go through a lot of loops where people are misunderstood. Because you're focusing on the desires of the world, you're only living in the desires of the flesh. So the desires of the flesh lead you to live with people that are disobedient. Do you understand? Lies, hypocrites, angry people. So much people that you're sitting there and you're struggling to understand why these people move like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? But because you're so eager to pursue your needs, to pursue what you want to do in life, that you're only making yourself blind. Do you understand? That when these people do come into your life, that it's only you that is only tempting yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? For when you do what is right, then you'll know for what is right. Do you understand what I'm saying? And even when wrong comes its way, then you know the right way to give someone for what is good. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're walking blindly in a world where nothing's good, then you're not aware for what could come your way. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
And that's where it comes to a point of us being kind of emotional and I think scarred and confused for we're suited to live in a certain way, a certain structure. We tend to come out of our structure to pursue what we want to do. Do you understand? We tend to leave our houses, our nests, do you know what I'm saying, to go find life, but to find out that, do you understand? That there's no life outside. That we can't walk that far by ourselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? We bump into people that can lead us to ruin. Do you understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's only, at the end of the day, all we could do is blame it on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Many people are going to make sure that, do you understand, you don't see for what is right. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So people can see that you're really blessed in life and they'll try to turn you down.
For every temptation that Satan sends in your direction, God gives you a way to escape.
Why do people do that? Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I feel that it comes from fear. A lot of fear. When you lean on your own understandings, it can only lead your mindset to do the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
When you fear, are you always going to be on your best performance? You're never. Do you understand? There's always going to be something swarming inside of you telling you that this is not right. It leads you to thinking thoughts of what is bad. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like I say in this world, man, not everybody leaves the house for the right things. Do you understand? Nobody obeys what their family gives them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
think when we walk into life, when we walk into the world that the world has given us, do you understand what I'm saying? We have to go, what? Education. We have to go work. Do you understand? We have to go do all of these things that we don't even get the time to sit with our parents to understand. Do you understand? For what they're trying to give us. I think we turn into people that don't listen. Do you understand? People that don't listen must feel.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man.
And then you have to pay for the consequences later on. So, like we said, just be very mindful. Don't fall for the trap. You know, if you're in the shallow end, stay in the shallow end. Don't even bother going in the deep end. Or if you're in the baby pool, stay in the baby pool. Don't go to the big wave.
You know the baby pool's bare hot, fam. It's nice,
it's
fam.
nice. Stay there. You know. Don't go to the deep end and then you start drowning. Understand?
That's it, fam.
So things may not be falling together like you hope they would, but that doesn't mean that they aren't going the way God planned for them to go. So when they're, you know, sitting down and we feel anxious, we feel depressed that we're not where we need to be in our life, it doesn't mean that, you know, it doesn't mean that what you prayed for, God is not gonna make sure that you get it. You know, it's God's timing. Everything.
He's trying to find a way for you
exactly.
to get it. He's
trying to find a route for you to still go on.
Well, if it's not for you, then it won't be for you. You understand? But it's up to you to
understand that maybe that wasn't your timing.
Life, that sometimes you may desire stuff, but not every will is God's will. So whatever is not God's will, He won't give to you. But if it's a will for you to be on your feet, to make sure that you're all right, then He'll give every small thing that you need in this life to cope. But He wants you to understand at the end of the day that without my will, there's no will in this world that can give you what you need.
When we go on the platform, we need to know, why am I on this platform? Am I here to network? Am I here to meet new people? Am I here to empower people? Am I here to make sure that people drown with me? You know, like when you go swimming, you're drowning in the deep end. Yeah. That's what people do on social media. You can't come up. You can't even go to the shallow end. You're trying to run. You can't, because you're right in the deep end. So that's what social media does.